On January 25th, the Catholic Church celebrates the feast of the conversion of St. Paul, one of the two main pillars, the other being St. Peter, upon whom the entire edifice of the church was built. The conversion of Saul to Paul in around 32 AD, barely 2 years after the death and resurrection of Jesus, is a significant moment in the history of the church, which made the salvation won by Jesus accessible to the Gentiles. As a conscientious Jew in the Roman city of Tarsus in the modern-day Turkey, Saul was diametrically opposed to the teachings of Jesus, as Saul felt they were in opposition to the law of Moses. After the death and resurrection of Jesus, Saul began to persecute all those who followed the way. It is on his way to Damascus, a light from the sky flashes around him, and he encounters the risen Jesus. The conversion of Saul to Paul is narrated in the book of the Acts of the Apostles. After this event, he became a defender of Christian faith and was instrumental in the conversion of Gentiles. In his mid-50s, St. Paul was arrested and spent several years in prison in Rome, where he suffered martyrdom at around the age of 60, possibly as a result of the persecutions of the Emperor Nero. Tradition holds that he was beheaded with a sword. About the conversion of St. Paul, the late Pope Benedict XVI said, "St. Paul was not transformed by a thought, but by an event, by the irresistible presence of the risen one, whom subsequently he would never be able to doubt. So powerful had been the evidence of the event of this encounter." It radically changed Paul's life in a fundamental way. In this sense, one can and must speak of a conversion. What made a lasting impact in the second part of the life of St. Paul was undoubtedly his conversion on the way to Damascus, and that made him a zealous missionary who dared to preach the good news of salvation, whatever be the hardship, inconvenience, challenges, and even rejection by his own people. We can ask ourselves, are we as zealous about the profession of our faith as St. Paul?